In today's video, I am going to teach you how to edit a drop-down list in Excel. To begin, you are going to set up a few new option items. This part matters because your drop-down list will pull its choices from a specific range of cells. So keep your worksheet organized and make sure the labels you type are clear and consistent. First, type New Options in cell A1. As you do this, think of cell A1 as the heading. Even if the drop-down does not use the heading directly, it helps you understand what the list represents. After you finish typing that heading, move down to the next lines where your actual choices will live. Next, type Approved in cell A2. Approved is one of the options that will appear in your drop-down list. Take a moment to confirm the spelling and capitalization, since Excel will display exactly what you enter. When you have Approved entered correctly, continue to the next cell. Then type Pending in cell A3. This is another selection that will be part of the drop-down. Again, keep an eye on the cell address, so you are truly placing Pending into A3, not somewhere else on the sheet. This small detail prevents confusion later when you reference the source range. After that, type Rejected in cell A4. At this point, cells A2 through A4 now hold the three choices you want to include. It is a good idea to quickly scan A2, A3, and A4 to make sure you see Approved, Pending, and Rejected in order. This also gives you confidence that the range you will reference in a moment is correct. Now that the options are in place, you need to tell Excel where the drop-down list will pull from. That means you will work on the existing drop-down cell. So the next step is about selecting the drop-down location so Excel knows which list you are editing. Click cell C2 to select where your drop-down list lives. Once you click C2, you are selecting the cell that already has the drop-down. This is important because the data validation settings you will adjust belong to the selected cell. With cell C2 selected, click the Data tab on the top ribbon. The Data tab is where Excel stores tools related to input controls, filters, and validation. So when you open the Data tab, you should see options organized into groups along the top. Next, click Data Validation inside the Data Tools group box. When you select Data Validation, Excel will open a settings window or dialog box. This is the area where you can update what values are allowed in the selected drop-down cell. Inside that Data Validation window, you will update the source list. Look for the field labeled Source. You will be typing a range reference that points to the option cells you just created. Type the code =A2, A4 inside the source box and click OK. This range tells Excel to use the values in A2, A3, and A4 as the list items for the drop-down. After you enter the range, you can click OK to save the change. Now Excel applies the update to the drop-down in cell C2. If you click the drop-down arrow, you should see your updated list options: Approved, Pending, and Rejected. If the list does not change, double-check that cell C2 was selected before you open Data Validation and confirm that the source range is exactly A2, A4. And that covers everything you need to know, and that is all there is to it.